What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Borderlands, the pre-sequel, The Rise of Handsome Jack. What? Remember I made a video saying that the new Borderlands game that's coming out is 100% real, and we're gonna go ahead and call it the pre-sequel? And a lot of people were like, you're fucking retarded, Mac. Why? Why are you saying these things that are clearly not true? Unless you're looking at the screen right now, and you're seeing some gameplay from the brand new, confirmed Borderlands pre-sequel, The Rise of Handsome Jack. And like I said before, this was leaked by 2K Australia, which means this game is actually being made by 2K Australia and not Gearbox's main development team, but that's gonna be a video for another day. This game, like I said, is confirmed on last generation consoles and PC, which means PS3 and Xbox 360. Those of you guys that did move to the next generation systems, I'm willing to gamble, like I said, that there will be a next generation version before the holidays, so don't worry about that if you do have your Xbox 360 or your PS3 packed away, like mine is sitting right there underneath the couch. But this story follows the rise of Handsome Jack. It shows how he goes from the lowly programmer John and turns into Handsome Jack. Now, this is purely fan service because everybody loves Handsome Jack. You're gonna be able to play as a claptrap. There is Nisha the Lawbringer, which does look very similar. Yes, she does. To the Sheriff of Lynchwood, even though that still has yet to be confirmed. It's all but confirmed. And we do have, you play as Wilhelm? Yes, Wilhelm is making an appearance, and so is Athena, which is what you're seeing the gameplay of right here. She has herself a pretty awesome shield for her action skill, and she is very, very fast, and she can Captain America chuck that shield right at some enemies, so that is actually pretty cool, and I can't wait to see some more gameplay come out from the other characters so we can see exactly what they could do. So, like I said, we're gonna be on the moon and the moon base. So we're gonna be in low gravity environments, and that means we could jump really, really high. And also, we could do a ground pound super stomp, kinda like Crysis. Have you ever played Crysis and you had a bunch of people on a hard point and you're trying to get them off and you just kinda jump and you hit the melee button and then boom! Right on the ground? Yeah. Kind of like that, and it's kind of fucking awesome. So, the oxygen system that I was talking about isn't really much to really, I guess it's not going to be that big of a deal inside of the game, as you can see in the gameplay. It does tick down, but there are oxygen depots that are around the map, which actually are flammable, and you can shoot them, and it creates an explosion and kind of fire, sort of like when you set the VAR kids on fire in Tundra Express using the fire pole. Yeah. So, the oxygen modules can actually be upgraded in your relic slot, and these oxygen upgrades also feature buffs and modifiers that pretty much just act like relics. So, even though they also up your oxygen supply, these are gonna be the relics inside of the game, so it's gonna be very, very familiar basis of gameplay if you've already played Borderlands 2, because if you're taking a look at the screen, the weapons look very similar, the graphics, everything, the way this game plays, except for the low gravity, it feels very Borderlands 2-ish, especially that weapon gimmicks are back, and I was hoping they would have went more with the Borderlands 1 kind of style of guns, where we can have like Hyperion assault rifles and Vladov shotguns again, but it looks like the loot system is gonna be very Borderlands 2 based, which isn't a bad thing. But since there's freeze guns and lasers, I'm willing to bet that there's gonna be plenty of loot inside of this game. But talking about freeze guns and lasers, right? They act just like you would expect them to, and frozen enemies can actually be shattered into pieces, so I can't wait to see what this looks like with physics, because it's gonna be like whoosh, all over the place. And the new ground stomp, you can actually pull off new maneuvers that would be impossible in any other Borderlands game, like freezing somebody, jumping all the way over there, and then ground pounding the shit out of them, and sending them flying into chunks of frozen fucking Pandora popsicles. Actually, I should say Epless popsicles, but Pandora popsicles sound better because it's P, and we just made a pee-pee joke. So, anyway, honestly, the more we see and the more we hear from this game, it feels like this is sort of Gearbox's version of Far Cry Blood Dragon. You remember when Far Cry 3 came out and everybody's like, oh man, this is a pretty cool game, but something's missing. And then they're like, we got lasers and dinosaurs and cheesy 80s gimmicks. And everybody was like, yeah, that's kind of what we were missing. How about you give us some of that, motherfucker? And they did, and it seemed to work out. So, this might be a new sort of DLC style that you're gonna be seeing from developers, to where it's too big to let loose as a DLC, but it's not big enough to call a new game, so it's gonna kind of fit right along inside there. Oh yeah, we're gonna go up in there, nice and deep like. Make sure you get some of that Presequel. So, it looks like it's just gonna be ridiculously over the top, huge action, silly gameplay, built on top of what was actually once Borderlands 2. And that's what Far Cry Blood Dragon, that's what that was to what Far Cry 3. And I see that kind of fitting along right here. But you know what? I think we're getting a little bit too off track here. That's gonna be a topic for another day. I'm just happy to see that this is 100% confirmed, and we're waiting on more information to come out of PAX later this week, because I have a feeling that this game is gonna be shown by 2K there. What? Mac, why do you do this to us? Where do you get your info from? Don't worry where I get my info from. All I want to know is, do you really think I would have made a video yesterday called Borderlands Prequel is Real if I didn't fucking know it was real? If I didn't see a screenshot, have a little bit of information, or, you know, because I did use the word Presequel yesterday. No, I'm not gonna go into that, because you know why? My name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it, because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. It's confirmed. It's real. Gameplay's on the screen. You go ahead and search all you want. You can't debunk this, because it's here, it's real, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. So, like I said, my name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.